The energy lately has felt so dense, and the astrological transits have seriously caused so much of a shift in the way that we thought things were, the way that we were living. I have witnessed tower moments left and right in my personal life, but in my clients' lives too. And I felt guided yesterday to give this message. I have been away for quite some time, but that is because I have needed hermit mode. And to be honest, I still need that space. So I'm showing up as best as I can, but I was guided yesterday to give this message. And essentially, it's like the enemy or the low vibrational frequency, some may call the devil. The enemy wants to see you isolated when you are going through so many tower moments. And I think that's the last thing that you need. You need your community. You need a friend. You need a hand to hold. You need a shoulder to cry on. And the last thing that you should be doing right now during all of this change is to isolate yourself. Because when we isolate ourselves, we go stir crazy, we start thinking irrationally. It's like, yes, hermit mode, isolation, it's okay in doses or it's okay in small increments, but when you start pushing everyone away, that is a problem. When you start isolating yourself out of victim, that is an issue. The thing is, we were never meant to grieve alone. We were never meant to live alone. We were never meant to be alone. Community is the only thing that matters. Love is the only thing that matters. So while you are grieving and going through so much change, please be around the people who love you, who care about you. And if you're struggling to find people who love and care about you, my recommendation for that is to get outside. I know that it might be very difficult. You may feel very sluggish in your movement right now, but this is where the power of prayer comes into play. So if you are someone, because I can hear a lot of you saying, I don't have anyone. If that is you, and you're wanting to find people, then you need to set an intention and pray that Spirit brings you people as you enter the world. Remember, your words are magic spells. But you have to know that the sooner you accept the change, the sooner you free yourself. So there's a lot of change, but with that needs to also be a lot of surrender. You have to surrender your ego to what is happening around you, and you have to step into, or really zoom out to step into this mindset of, no, everything is happening for my greater good. Everything that is changing is happening for the vision. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I mean, so many of my clients have either been broken up with or have broken up with someone. I'm seeing a lot of relationship dynamics change because of this shift. And honestly, that Mercury retrograde in Cancer was so intense. I fear I've never lived to experience something as potent as that. I mean, not only in my personal life, but in so many other people around me. And now Saturn is retrograde until December 11th, and that's even more. It's like an added layer of the truth. So we've got a lot of truth serum energy going around. I did just binge Harry Potter, so that's where that reference is coming in from. Maybe that resonates with you in some way. But this change happening is not happening to punish you. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you will feel free. I know it doesn't change the fact that this hurts. It's painful. It's heartbreaking. But we have to keep the faith during this time. We have to step into this alchemist mindset. Like, okay, yes, this situation is very dark. It's very heavy. It's very dense. But how can I transmute that into new energy? So yes, one door is closing. Several doors may be closing in your life, but you right now have the opportunity to walk through the new path. So I also want to, say this. It is a privilege that you even get to have these problems. Some people don't even know where they're sleeping. Some people don't know where their next meal is going to come from. Some people are living in war zones, okay? So this relationship that's ended in your life that you knew was not, that you knew didn't have the steadiest, firmest foundation. Someone somewhere else in this world would give anything to have that problem, right? So let's check our privilege with our problems. Somebody always has it worse. And let's try to find the light. Let's go be around people who uplift us, who love us. Let's get into our community. Let's dive back into our life purpose. Let's pick up those projects that we left. A lot of you were in connections with people that honestly made you complacent. And it's time to get uncomfortable again and shake it up. Now, for those of you who aren't really going through relationship changes, maybe it's just life changes, career changes, well, there's something, if you quiet your mind, if you quiet your environment, there is something that keeps knocking on your door. What is that thing? This is the time to dive back into that and water that again. And especially for the Saturn and Aries placements as we are going through our Saturn return. So Saturn and Aries love to start projects and then get 90% done. And I heard someone say this the other day. I forgot her name. She's an astrologer. She posts a lot on TikTok, but I was like, wow, that is going to stick with me forever. But the Saturn and Aries love to finish things 90% of the way and then abandon them and then pick up something new. So stop doing that. This is a good time for you to pulse check what you have left on the table, what you've been abandoning. It's a good time for you to reassess and make a proper plan and take action. I mean, as I am going through my own grief, it's been extremely hard for me to get in front of the camera and talk to the collective as if everything is okay. And that's not the case for me. But I also know that I do have a purpose to fulfill. And I also want to hold myself accountable to share my truth because that's what I preach. So if I can get up here and it is extremely uncomfortable and you can do it too. There's also a message coming through about maybe you have to do it differently now, but you can still do what you were doing. That does sound a little confusing, but just an example. A lot of times I will pull cards to get a message for the collective, but that just didn't feel right. I knew that I needed to be a little more straightforward and honest and truthful about just where I'm at instead of, maybe getting a love message and having to channel that, this message actually needed to come first. So I hope that resonates with some of you watching. It is interesting, though. I do have these decks in front of me today, and we have the Prince of Swords. So this Prince of Swords talks about going forth, moving ahead, progress, and steady action. It's I see the vision, I hear how I'm being guided, and I'm just doing it. There are like a lot of dragonflies, and a cicada flying around right now, so go look up the spiritual meaning of those cute little critters. But anyways, this Prince of Swords is basically just confirming, like, yes, it's safe for you to move forward. You have the strength and resilience and tenacity and insight, vision as this bald eagle. I love the bald eagle symbolism. It's very beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck of my message cards, we do have a very vulgar and direct message coming through with "I'm toxic AF." So I think a lot of us have experienced change away from toxicity. And these two cards combined are like, yeah, it's time for you to move on, move away from toxic things. Maybe a person you've been dealing with has been toxic. Maybe an environment has been toxic to your growth. Maybe you have some toxic things that you need to move on from. Whatever it is, trust that it's happening for the greater good. I mean, the universe sat us all down recently, and is still doing so. So it's like, we know what we got to do. Just sit down and take accountability and reflect and change course. Like, that's the beauty of free will. We get to decide. This is not a time to be stubborn. This is not a time to lead with ego. If you do continue doing that, you're just going to continue living in low frequency, fear, doubt, misery, victim. The list goes on, but this change is happening for the greater good. Definitely do your best to spiritually ground yourself at this time. What does your spiritual practice look like? How are you taking care of yourself right now? Because I'm telling you, it's been a lot. It has been a lot. And if you want to share anything with this community in the comments to talk about anything, if you need advice for anything, please don't be shy. Let's connect together in the comments below. There is a card that's peeking out, and I do want to grab that. So this card is talking about a specific season. So the card under that is "You're always negative." So negativity has been around you in some way, and it's time to change course. Okay, so the season here is fall, winter. So by the fall, by the winter, this is when things will change. I actually do want to get a message for this fall winter card, because I do sense it's about change, but I want a little more. I assumed change, and that's exactly what we're getting. The Magician and the Prince of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. So this is Gemini, Virgo, fire sign energy. And this right here is talking about finding a way through, carving a path. So this definitely is giving Phoenix rising. So this end of summer may feel extremely hard and challenging and lonely. and uncertain, but by the fall and winter, you're going to feel brand new. You're going to feel the fire underneath you once again. You're going to have a clear vision of who you are and how you want to move forward in your life. And there's also blessings that will be coming into fruition because of the work you've been doing. So remember, the laws of attraction are action, vision, and faith. And what I am hearing is that you're acquiring all three of those. So, very good energy that is coming to you. And I'm glad that we could leave the reading today on something positive for you, because I know that it has been like crawling through the mud. But hold on, keep the faith, trust that the change around you is happening for the best, because it is. Okay? We can't lie to ourselves anymore about things that we've been holding on to, things that we thought we could change, things that just, were not ours to carry in the first place. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thanks for being patient as well. I know a lot of you have messaged me asking where I've been, and it has definitely been a process to return, but I am praying for strength from the divine to continue to give you guys channeled messages and spiritual assistance. I hope you have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you again soon.